How big a role does the community part play in, like when someone talks about those promotional documents or just a performance review? Like because like when it comes to participating in a community that really has the community part is really strong. So it's not just writing the code, throw it over the fence, and then yeah, I'm done. And anyone who has the experience of participating in open source does know that. But everybody else who did not get the chance, I assume it might be hard to introduce this is how we also contributed to community building, for instance, and building the trust and being good community citizens. Um, is it hard to get that message across and put these processes together to have all those aspects built into them?
Some teams seem to do it naturally because they have such a large open source team, or they have a GM, a general manager, or a leader who understands it. We want to take that subjectivity out and make it consistent across the company. To your point, Hildiko, to make it clear that anyone who has an open source developer in their team knows how to correctly value becoming an Apache member, or becoming a PNC member, going from contribution to committer to becoming a maintainer, or to win an award in a community, or to sit on a governing board. So we want them to understand the significance of these accomplishments, and the fact that a lot of these developers are really influencing, building communication muscles, leadership muscles, collaboration muscles that a typical developer inside the company would not. You know, when we look at the career trajectory from senior developer to principal engineer, distinguished engineer, etc., some of the muscles we're looking for are communications, collaborations, influence, scope of influence, all of complexity of problems that they handle. And we need to talk in those terms when we talk about open source accomplishment, so that it maps correctly to what we're looking for. Recently, we had one of our first senior principal engineer promotions for an open source person happen. And this is a pretty senior level, which gets a lot of scrutiny. And I was so proud that we were able to tell the story correctly in terms of company impact, but also connected to how this person was a leader in the community. It is hard, can be told.
Yeah, I think that's amazing because I mean, in my experience, I worked with a lot of people in that management layer and just couldn't find a good way to get the message through, like all those community aspects, why you have to participate in maintaining the open source project. Isn't it just the free code that we are using?